This dictation, we'll be dealing with three of them: a certain momentum, a certain motive, and a certain moment. Which do you think comes first? Well, actually, it's the motive that has to come from God if it's going to last. Of course, for you to be in agreement with it. It's a certain idea. A certain idea outside of self, outside of flesh, dealing with the spiritual nature that we have, as well as some of the things that we need to put into effect, or we need to listen to the Lord for. So a certain motive would be that idea. You get that idea from prayer and listening. Okay, so then from certain motive, what we do? What will we do? A certain moment in time to deal with it. So you say, okay, this is the time I'm going to start doing what the idea or the motive basically centers around. If it has to center around, or it should center around something other than self. Of course, that's why sobriety is required, because when you're not in sobriety, you're dealing with self first. I don't care what the drug is. Number one drug is what? Alcohol. I can tell you that there's no way I could possibly be into the student stage and storehouse ministry if I was not, start to say celibate, but that too, a certain sobriety is necessary. So that's something that will be up to you to decide, for you to go to completion on. So there it is. So we're dealing with a certain moment in time for you to make that decision. And then you need to take a certain momentum, movement, move forward, momentum, being in physics, momentum, a movement of a physical object in time from one geographic location to another. But anyway, this is 2 days that I'm dictating this before my lovely oldest granddaughter. Not that she's old yet, she's going to be 12. So this was the time that I thought I should dictate this. It has to be of a specific origin from the Lord, and a delineation. That's what that a certain means. A certain. You know what a certain means. You need to look it up. Look it up in Webster's for me and get some more elaboration on that for your future speeches and dictations as you quote me. In any event, I wrote these words to express my praise for the Father's giving nature to give me a certain idea to act on in time each day. I get up in the morning, I'm motivated to go feed the flocks. I say that, flocks, with an S being plural. I relish the time to make a move towards those who have less than me. I think it's a blessing. It's really by grace of God. Of course, I'm giving some specifics in there that I've already given in other dictations, and it's not really necessary. But you need to pick your geographic locations to do your ministry. If it's nothing more than giving a sandwich out, I give frequently cold that I keep in the refrigerator all night, and then I keep cold during the day, as per health department rules. Salami. You could go with tuna fish. I've given that before. I've given baked chicken. I've given chili in the middle of the some of these catastrophes we've had, including, and I'm starting to say Katrina, no, just these storms that we've had, as well as the epidemics that we've had. I've still been out there feeding, and I'm not bragging, or I'm not saying it's purely by grace of God that this happens. But again, it happens by grace of the Father that allows us to move forward. So we're going to go ahead and keep this as a certain and hope that we can be ready to present this to whoever would like to hear it.